G'day folks, and welcome back to Metal Mania 3D in the Diecast Workshop. Today we have a HKTG Holden Ute on the bench. Another FunHo. It's Holden month, so we're holding on to the Holdens because they're not made anymore. Alright, this one's a red one, and it's the same as the another one I did. Well, I've got another one coming as well. This one here we're going to restore and mod up. I've already drilled the base on the bottom, already tapped the threads and all that sort of stuff in it there. We're going to get rid of those wheels off it. We're obviously going to do a very real fresh repaint. It's been plenty well played with. These come out in the 70s in New Zealand. This is a New Zealand manufacturer. FunHo. Let's see, I'll get it over the glow. There we go, number 57, Holden Utility. Alright, so there we go. Like I was saying there, we're going to give this one a full-on restore. We're actually going to put a windscreen in the front because it didn't have one. We're going to put a windscreen in the back. Also with factory, these here also had little quarter glasses, so we'll clean that out on that mould. Clean that out a bit there. We'll actually put a quarter glass, little bit of plastic there that represents a quarter glass, and a little bit of a post up there beside it, so you can actually see where the quarter glass is, like they should be for the real. This is the deal. It's going to be painted underneath here, same colour as the car. Bumper bars are chrome, bumperettes are chrome I should say, just the ends, so we'll polish all of them up chrome. Same on the front, we'll polish the front bumper up chrome. And yeah, front gravel tray there should be the same colour as the car, so we'll do that. So what we're going to do is, we've already drilled him apart, we've already unbolted him and everything else there. And we're going to do a wheel spot. And we're going to steal the wheels off one of these little Honda Civics. Oh, not a Honda Civic, Honda... I'll get it right in a minute. Honda City, not Civic. So we stole these with those ones, you know, those little miniature ones. They've got little tiny wheels on them. Here we go, look, here's another one here. They've got little tiny wheels. They're smaller, way smaller than your bigger average wheel, if you see what I mean. You see the difference in size. So the FunHo is just a little bit smaller than a 164, more so suited for railways and that sort of stuff back in the day when they were into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a wheel spot. First off, we're not going to be cutting any of the guards out or anything else there because I want it all kept original. And what we're going to do then is we're going to do a wheel swap on him. And we're going to put a set of wheels on them that look like they came out on the VK Commodore Brock Special, the blue one. So there we go. They're the wheels that we're going to run on the Holden, and they fit it absolutely beautifully. What I've done is that the axles run underneath these here, so I've just put brass tube back in there, and the brass tube that I use is the 1mm outer and then a 0.08 inner, and your little wire axles, if you cut them in the middle, you can make up your own pins for your wheels, and they fit absolutely snug as into that brass. So a little tiny touch of glue, push it in, and you're all done. Easy as. Alright, so we've already done the wheel swap on this. We've got him all going great. They're all going absolutely gorgeous. And these wheels, I don't mind them. They actually look pretty tricked on this Holden. So anyway, it's going to be red still. We're not changing any of the colours. We're going to do all the other bits and pieces up. So there she is. Alright, so stick with us and we'll be back shortly. We're off to the strippers and she'll be in the nude. And then we'll go from there. Oh, and there's the FunHo Holden Ute there in red. And we'll get him off and get him scrubbed up and clean as a whistle. Okay, we're back with the HKTG Ute. Now, cleaned it all up. This was the red one. Now, it does have a pretty good grille panel on it. The bonnet and the leading edge on the hood bonnet needs filing up. As you can see, all the smacked in edges there, and the front eyebrows of the mudguards. So we'll do all of that there. It's still making me want to say HK because of the way the grill is. Like a HT went that way, but it was plastic, and the HG is actually honeycomb. But anyway, that's the red one, and we got all that out. And then, of course, when we stripped it down, we found this big nasty chunk right there on the back of the top of the quarter panel. Camera's not being friendly enough. Come on. There we go. And yeah, be able to file it out and just get away with it on the edge. If you see on the edge there, and you can see the little dimple there. But yeah, obviously it's had a chunk taken out of it with something savage. But we'll file it up and get it as best we can. We may have to put a little tiny bit of filler in there because I do not want any chunks out of the edges, and clean all up around the tail lights because they're all a bit messy with the alloy. Righto, so that was the red one. Okay, we've done all the body work on it now. You can see all the file marks up there. I've filed all the burrs over off the front fenders, so there's no burred over marks there. If you have a look at the grille and the front nose panel along the bonnet edge, the leading edges and the leading front guards, there's no more chunks in them now anymore. So if you remember me showing you that back at the beginning, so we filed all of those off there so they look like they've got the little tiny flat faces all the way around. That one there got shaped up there. I might just trim a little bit more off that one there because that eyebrow's just a little bit too wide. Took all the burrs off around the windscreens everywhere. They've burred it off here. I took all of the ripple marks out of the side of the body here. I also redid all of this work on the tailgate and around the tail lights here now, so it's very clear and identifying now, and you don't have a mould line over the light like there was before. And you've got the proper gaps. That line there was actually filled in. Anyway, it's back there now. We've fixed that up. Remember that chunk that was there? It's just a little slight bit there, but hopefully it'll pick it up in the primer. Anyway, we'll give it a rub down, so we're going to give it a coat of primer. So we're going to go over this now with the 00 steel wool, and it'll come back. The reason why I wanted to show you that is so you could actually see where I've filed all of the bruises off everywhere else. Alright. Okay, we're back now. She's all buffed up. All buffed up. You can hardly see any of the marks. Look how good the grill come up. So we'll mask that grill out and the headlight panel out. We'll mask that out because I want that to stay all clear and defined like that there. It's supposed to be chrome anyway, and chrome around the top there because I'm making it chrome. That's how it was on the Premiers and all of that, and the sedans and everything. So and there you can see the tail lights are really defined now on the back of the. You can see them all properly. We've got rid of all the other ugly marks. You can just barely see that there, so you can't see it from the edge. You can see a little tiny bit there, but yeah, the amount of work to try and fill that spot would be astronomical. Alright, so we've got him all buffed up, all the furs are on, so we're getting it ready now to go and organise to put the primer on. Okay, we're back now. It's all in primer, as you can see. Looks way different now, getting beaten there. Now when you backmask, this is called backmasking. You see that there? And it won't create an edge. And you pull that off. Then there I've got my grill panel is still nice and clean. And that very, this is handy, that very tiny little edge you can just see there. It'll come off a piece of bag. I won't say that word. Come off easy as. Righto, so there it is all in primer. And then there's the colour. This is what's coming, Imperial Red Pearl onto it. Alrighty. So we're getting there and it's starting to come form shape. It's looking good. Right, we've got all the, this is, I already had it in primer and then I backmasked it there, remember, and now I've polished all of the front. I've done a light sand on over here to get rid of all the little imperfections. So we'll just put a light coat of primer over this now. You can define the tail lights on the back now properly. So and I've rubbed it all down with 800. And we'll give it, not 800, 1500, sorry. And we'll give her another light coat of primer. I'll also back mask that off there. And then we'll get it into the red that we're going to paint it there. And I've polished all of the front bumper on this one now and polished all the back bumper. So that there's spare wheel that's painted, and that underneath the bumperette there's painted. So it's only a little tiny bumperette. You can see how defined they are now that it's polished. You can see them. It's standing out there. And same with the front gravel tray, which is just here. That there is going to be painted the same colour as well. And the bumpers are all polished up beautiful. Loved it. Also polished the back of that parcel shelf there, but we'll probably end up painting that black. So yeah, It's coming along sweet, nice and smooth. All of the marks are out of it now. So we'll just give him another light coat. That's where that little chip was. We'll give him another light coat, and we'll get the colour on him. We'll get the silver base coat on, and there's the colour we're going. Emperor Red Pearl. Right, we've got it all in primer. We back masked all the front, so you can see all of the detail and the chrome and the headlights and the grille and everything. Look at that, looks beautiful. And what I'm going to do is there, I'll put it down the light and see if we can get some better reflection on it there. Do the same with the taillights too. I polish those, and then I wash the paint off the back primer. Then I put my colour on, wash it again, the taillight face, and then I'll put another colour, get it right, and then I'll wash the taillight again, just so you've only got this face left. So that way when I do the brake light in the centre and the indicator and that there in the bottom and the top brake light, I'll actually have the chrome beasel around it like it should have. Henceforth, well, I've got the front like this as well. So I've cleaned all of that up there. It's the Monza Red. I've already done the interior. So it's the interior for it now. I've done the black red seat. Did it like the shag carpet on the thing there. Now this has got the front gravel tray painted. You see what I mean? With just the chrome bumper on it there. And then, I'll see if I can get this to flick around the other side. And then you'll see the rear area there, where we've done the same there, and the bumperettes are just polishing. You just see the bumperettes and the spare wheel cover, and the panel underneath there's painted red like they should be in fact from the factory. Alrighty, right, so we get organised, and we'll get the colour on the car and do all the detailing. We'll be back with it in just one moment. Just like that, red. I wish. Oh, jolly old wish. There we go. So there we go. She's all like glass. Come up like glass now, everywhere, all over. See the front? And look here. You'll see. I'll come up as close as I can to see if we can get a nice. Look at that. It's got the beautiful chrome mould around the edge of the bonnet, for the front of the hood, and the chrome moulds on the edge of the front mudguards, as like the premiers and all of that would. And then I'm extremely happy with how the taillights turned out. Taillights turned out pretty good, I think. And that's how they look on a real one. There we go. Alright, now you see what I mean by I've got the little chrome beasel around the outside of my red and the indicator, and the chrome through the centre. There we go. So it's looking pretty smack alright. So we'll get organised and we'll get him together. Okay, this is what it was when we started with it. It was just a really well played with HKTG Holden Ute. Some of them were Belmonts as well. That comes to mind. So yeah, this is what it looked like when we started. And coming right after this, this is what it looks like after we've had a bit of a play with it. Okay, there we go. A little FunHo HT Holden Ute. It's all done. That was the red one. It's all nice and red now. Nice and straight up the side. We don't have any ripples or anything in it now. All the paint's come up like glass. I'm really happy with that there. We did the bumperettes on the back, polished those, but we painted the inside area there and the rear tailgate coming around. We also did the tail lights there as well. We also did theirs up because there was no tail lights there. Those little bumperettes and the way the rear on this car here was how a real one would come in the factory. Now this is 1968, 69, yep. So, and then there's the front, that would have come with the factory. If you see just below the front bumper, we've got the front gravel tray, what they call it, and then you have a look when it comes around the corner, you'll see the blinker on the side there. It was like a little arrow tip blinker on the front. On the rear ones, this is. Obviously this didn't have it here, but we've added all of that there to it there, and I've ended up with polishing the front like we were showing you in the video there. That's given us the chrome moulds on the front of the leading guard edges and also along the front edge of the bonnet. Some of them look a bit uneven, but it's nice just because of the different lights that are going around in here that I'm still trying to work out which is the best looking and all that sort of thing there. And we've put those on there. Those sort of rims come out on some of your Brock Commodores and all that there. I forget the name of them, but anyway, I'll remember the name when we're finished. But anyway, I hope you like it. definitely came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and just down the bottom there, if you can hit the subscribe button and the bell for me, that would be awesome, because then you won't miss out on any more. We've got a few more Holdens coming along, and so we don't make this long here. On the 23rd of January, we've also got Lesney Snow Track build coming, and then on the 6th of February, we've got a 62 VW Beetle. It's coming there for the Apocalyptics build, and then also the 1952 Hudson Hornet, and on the 14th of the 2nd, and we've got that one there that's sponsoring for 90 years of NASCAR, and we've got to be the race sponsor on that car. So we've got all of those jobs coming up, plus also quite a few more in between that as well. Alrighty, so thanks again for watching. Take care, look after yourselves, and we'll definitely catch us again on the next one. Bye for now.